Hi, everybody. I'm going to walk you through an example of what a nickel or a Center for Independent Living library might look like in MyGuide. Right now, we're looking at an Empower Me Community Library, and we have a 2020 Nickel Conference shelf. So we're going to click on this shelf, and we're going to show you 3 different versions of a Nickel membership information guide that is based on cognitive functioning level. So we're going to start with the high functioning level, and we're going to play this guide. This is something that you can walk through with a consumer. You can actually click on the link right in the guide, and it will take you to the Nickel website. And you hit the back button. And this can be on a device or a tablet or a smartphone. They can have text-to-speech turned on so that they can hear it when they tap and hold the words.
NCIL is the National Council on Independent Living. NCIL advances independent living and the rights of people with disabilities. NCIL envisions a world in which people with disabilities are valued equally and participate fully.
And on a tablet or a smartphone, the consumer can, of course, adjust the settings of the voice, the speed, the pitch, the tone. And you can also turn on automatic text-to-speech. So as soon as you turn the page, the device will automatically read out loud everything that is on the screen. There are also other features for accessibility, such as highlighting the box that it's reading out loud. A lot of other things that are pretty cool when you combine the capabilities of the device and the software. But in this high cognitive functioning guide, it walks through every single benefit of the Nickel member benefits. And then they hit the next page. And then it asks them a question. Do you think Nickel represents you? Yes or no?
No.
So if we say no, it asks, do you have any questions about Nickel? What are your questions? Let's go back and say, no, we don't have any questions. It takes you on to cost. Let's go back and choose a different answer and see what might happen. Whoops, I went too far. Do you think Nickel represents you? Yes. Do you have any questions? Yes. What are your questions? Who will help me? And this can be dictated or typed with questions about Social Security. Now it offers information about the cost of becoming a Nickel member. And then the guide takes them through, you've learned about Nickel and the benefits that you get as a member and the cost to join. Given this information, would you like to become a member of Nickel? Now, if they choose no, it will ask them if they have any other questions and where they can go for information. If they tap yes, great, let's get you signed up to become a member of Nickel. You can click on the picture below to get the membership form. When they click on this form, it takes them to the actual website where they can fill it out, all of this information, and they can submit it. Then they can click this button and go back to their guide. This is if they said, no, I don't want to fill it out. The guide tells them it's okay, you can change your mind later. And here's the Nickel membership form if you want to do it later. They can just tap on that or click on it if they're using a laptop. That's the end of that guide. Now, let's do that same exact guide in a mid-level cognitive functioning. This goes over the same type of information, but they have an extra option for going to the next page. They can swipe, they can tap this next button down here, which can be smaller or bigger depending on their accessibility preferences, or they could just click the button next page. This breaks down all of the different benefits of membership. And then this tells them the cost if they are based on their age. So,
No, I am 26 or under.
all right, I'm going to turn this off just for the recording here. And if they click yes, it's a different price. And they hit next page. Now it offers them, are you interested now that you've heard this information? If they click no, it may ask them if they want to sign up later. Do you want to leave this guide? Yes, I want to leave, or I want to look again. So it can take them back. This is helping them develop a decision-making process. They get to review all of the information. They find out how much it costs them based on their age. Let's say we're interested now. Great. So to get started, we're going to gather your information and we're going to practice entering it right into this MyGuide. Now the MyGuide system is ultra secure. It's more secure than the website that collects credit card information. So it is offering the opportunity to type or dictate all of their information right here. Next page, more information. This is all the same information that the form online asks them, but it's easier to fill out if they're used to using MyGuide. And here is all of their contact information. Now they can enter their credit card information, including their security code. And again, this is very secure. Nobody will see this information unless the consumer specifically gives them permission. Now, it asks, that's it for the information right now. Were you able to fill it all out? If you say no, that's okay. You can review the material, or you can ask for assistance from someone you trust. And then it gives them some options. Do you want to review the information? It'll take you back, or you can move on for now. I need to review, takes you back. So we're going to go through this again. They can take as long as they want to go over this information. Yes, I was able to fill out all of the information. Great job, next page. Now it shows them what the actual membership form looks like if they were to fill it out online for themselves. And it gives them the option. You can choose to enter the information online by tapping this link right here, or you can ask someone from your center to enter it for you based on the information you already entered. So here are their choices, their selection of their choice. I entered the information online right here, which this will take them straight to the form, and then they can go back to their MyGuide. Or I would like help entering the information online, or please use the information I entered in this guide. That is giving the sender permission to use that information. This is the end of your membership information guide. Reminds them that all of their information is secure. And then it asks if they want to see the information again, maybe if they want to fill it out to become a member, or if they're ready to leave. And that's the end of the mid-level cognitive functioning guide. Okay, so now we're going to go over the low cognitive functioning version of the same NCIL membership guide. This guide is designed to prompt the consumer to find a caregiver or a guardian or someone that they trust to go through this decision-making process with them. And it gives them the option, click here when you have a trusted caregiver with you. Then it does give them a timer just to give them a sense of, the guide is waiting for them to do something. And so the consumer or the caregiver can type or dictate the caregiver's name and phone number so we know who the person is that is helping them fill this out. When they finish, they can swipe or they can tap. Then it goes through step by step of information about NCIL. What does NCIL stand for? What do you get if you become a NCIL member? Click here to find out. Here we go. Now this takes them through the guide of each step of member benefits, and the timer counts down and automatically advances to the next slide. So if they have this set up for text to speech, or if somebody is working with them, it's hands-free. It automatically goes to the next slide that talks about each of the individual benefits. When you get to the end of the benefits, it will ask if they have any questions about NCIL, if they think NCIL represents them, if they would like to know the cost of membership, and if they would like the caregiver to sign them up online for a membership. So the whole idea of trying to present 3 different versions of the same guide content demonstrates how flexible we can be with cognitive access and inclusivity. Regardless of their cognitive level of functioning, they can get the same opportunity to consider information and to go through a decision-making process. Thank you so much for everything that you do, and please visit us and ask questions. We love questions. And remember to download your own MyGuide account.